Oh,
I love it when I do it, I love it when I pull it off.
Okay, we live? Are we live? Are we live yet?
Done redirecting to YouTube.
Oh my God, we are
Done.
live on YouTube.
Live. There we go.
Okay, amazing. Live on YouTube. Let's get it. Monday, the 9th of May, 9 minutes past 8 p.m. UK time. Okay, terms and conditions, disclaimer. All our content is for education, information, and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice or recommendation to buy, sell, hold any assets or place any trades. Please always do your own
research.
Our content is intended and should only be used for
professional advice.
Informational purposes only. That was a joke. Okay?
That was a joke. Was a joke.
Because we're not financial advisors, we're financial entertainers. A financial advisor wouldn't stand on a chair and do the floss.
No, I wouldn't. A financial advisor wouldn't do this.
That's not what... That's not what...
Wouldn't do
it. It is very important to do your own... wait. Where are we? It is very important to do your own analysis before making any investments, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. What should they always do, Mr. Hardy?
One thing you should always do before you take any trade is do your own analysis, really. Would you recommend people do their own research?
Definitely.
I think you should do your own research on everything that we ever say or do. Because we could be wrong. We have got a crazy correlation where we are right a lot of the time. But we would say do your own research. The reason for that is because it's based on your individual circumstances. Your bread is not my bread. My bread is not your bread. So, you know what I mean? Also, I've got to admit people. Is doing it. Also, you should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor or independently research and verify all and any information you may find on a show that you wish to rely upon. All investments come with what?
Risk.
Risk? No way. You're telling me I can make an investment and lose money?
You can lose all of it.
Really?
Yeah. Which is why you shouldn't invest anything unless you're willing to lose it.
Oh, I thought everything I invest in goes up.
No.
Nah,
Oh, okay, fair enough. So if that's the case, are we financial advisors, or do we want to be perceived or received as financial advisors?
Not at all.
No. Okay, fair enough. We
Not
are
even
working
slightly.
in collaboration with several financial and credit advisors.
They don't dance on chairs.
They don't dance on chairs though. They ain't got swag like us. No one in the corner's got swagger like us. That was a banger. That shout out T.I. If you're unable to mitigate the risk, then please contact us immediately so we can refer you to an accredited advisor. So that's that.
Yes,
now everyone can see my iPad thing in it. So let's go to this.
They can.
This might bring up Dom's Insta. Let's see. Come on, load up. Oh, I brought up Dom's Insta. You're on Dom's Insta. Let's just go to the Blockchain Sensei and go to the news. Get me? So the news is readily accessible for you all on the Blockchain Sensei Instagram. We seem to have a post there twice, but no worries. First bit of news that I thought I would share is that Cardano's first algorithmic stablecoin goes live on a public testnet. Pretty interesting. Well, before I move on, have you got any news to share, Keish, whilst I just send out the broadcast and let people know that we're actually live? Because I forgot about
that. No, nothing really. Just that today we're going to be talking about ESGs and getting deep into that a little bit later. It's going to be pretty dope.
First. Do you want to take the next piece of news then, Ninja?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's go. So, Robinhood lists Grayscale's Bitcoin and Ethereum trusts. So, for those who don't know what Robinhood is a very popular stocks and crypto app in America. Last time I checked, I wasn't really a big fan, not that I've ever used it, because Last time I checked, you couldn't actually send the assets out. You could only sell the assets.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. The point is that a highly mainstream application has adopted something for it to be accessible to the public. So that's amazing. And for those that don't know who Grayscale are, they are a correct me if I'm wrong, VC, right? That specializes in crypto.
They're not even a VC. They're like a fund. They're like a fund that allows basically all the big dogs that want exposure to crypto but want to get the insurance of if it goes tits up, they're covered, go to Grayscale. So Grayscale, what they do is allow people to invest in crypto, but without getting their hands dirty.
Mhm.
So,
sorry,
but the price that they pay is a little bit of a kind of heavy premium, to be fair. So that's the catch there. So the next one is I'm gonna let Keish talk about this one.
Oh, my man Elon, you know, this guy here,
This guy
chatting to Binance and just baking up with the Binance people. Them next second 500 million slides straight into Twitter
mad,
through Elon Musk.
mad.
It's a mad one, bro. Madness is going on.
It's all about who your friends are. If anyone's friends got a spare 500 mil, yo, I'm thinking about buying Twitter. You know,
Yeah, why not, man?
just slide me a little
My
PBs.
Facebook, by Google. You know, why not?
Yo, that's mad. You know, that's mad.
Mad one.
So yeah, that's how these men be getting down, innit? Like,
What's next?
it's a different flex. Next is, let you take that one.
Gucci accept crypto in their US flagship stores. I think this one's a big one where people are actually able to get designer items with their crypto. It's gonna make a lot of people start splashing in the bull run, you know.
You think?
Yeah, I think definitely. If there's a bull run and Gucci is accepting crypto,
Oh
people
yeah.
are just slapping peas
People,
into that.
yeah, that's true.
They're gonna be like, "Oh, my money's not even money anymore. That was that. Now it's this.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I got that
yeah,
on top
yeah.
to spend."
That was a big move by Gucci.
Them sort of mentalities, you know.
That was a big move by Gucci. Trapstar guys, if you're watching this, please shout me, bro.
Word.
Mikey, shout man, Mikey, shout man, ping, shout man. Just let me know, innit?
Yeah.
Other news: Coinbase is building its own social network for NFTs.
Do you hear that? Their own social network. Nah, bro, that's crazy.
These man
They're
are on smoke.
different level smoke.
Like,
Different level.
they're just coming for everybody. Like, nobody's safe when Coinbase are on road. That's what it is.
Exactly.
That's what I would tell people is be wary of Coinbase. So they've got that now. So let's see what happens with their next earnings report, because that is tomorrow. So that'll be an interesting one. And then the biggest piece of news, let me just let these people in. Oh, go ahead. There we go. Just letting Sneaks and Ollie.
We just had a historical moment. We just had Janaea, one of our researchers, come in, and this is the first time live on cam Janaea and Keish are meeting. So,
Yeah.
Gang.
gang.
Let's roll up. Roll up.
Straight on cam. YouTube appearance.
Jeez.
She made it.
Gang.
She never wants to go on cam. She's on cam today.
That's good.
By the way, we don't need masks.
Sorry.
We don't need masks here. You're fine.
Yeah.
He's contagious anyway.
There was a time where I had COVID. I was literally coughing. We were working together, and he had to send me home. He's just like, Ninja, go home.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to have coronavirus. He's like, you do, bro. And then I had coronavirus. And then I turned up for the game anyway.
Yeah.
It was the Grayscale Metaverse.
Yeah.
I read it anyway.
Yeah.
And he didn't get COVID. So
Yeah,
we've
that's
been
Caught it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a mad one.
I mean, maybe we just drink our orange juice. You know?
There's a couple of things that could be happening, but
a little bit more than orange juice. But
yeah.
yeah.
so it's one of them, innit? But yeah, the biggest news is I don't even understand how the markets are going down with this news.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even make sense. So when Facebook say that they're getting into the metaverse, the markets move.
Yeah.
But when they actually say that they're going to be allowing NFTs from Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, and Flow, the markets don't go wild and brazy.
Crazy, bro.
So that says to me that the markets went up last time with nothing to do with Facebook changing the estimate, because it just doesn't make any sense. Why are you just whoever's? Oh yeah, that's the last bit of news anyway. So let me just
That's me signing off.
let me just. Oh, it's Ollie.
Sorry, Ollie.
Ollie, buddy, got to mute you.
God mute you, Ollie.
That's it, isn't it? And Neil.
Got found out real quick.
There we go. Yeah, because I don't know. That's just, it don't really make no sense to me. You get me? Just don't make no sense. Like, how do you mean? Yeah. Let's make this one. Yeah, there we go. Like, how do you mean the market's gonna fly up like that, and then when you're actually doing something, market's just like, yeah,
Sure.
it's all right.
Sure.
That's like everyone getting excited because there's gonna be a new Westfield,
Yeah.
and then when the Westfield's actually open,
There's
there's no hype.
sure.
Nobody wants to go. It'd be a bit like, but that don't make no sense.
Complete side note, but obviously there's a Westfield in West and Westfield in East. Would the next Westfield be in North or South?
It was meant to be in South, but it didn't go through.
Oh, the Croydon
Oh,
one.
it didn't go
Yeah.
through.
It didn't go through.
I didn't have any updates on it. I heard about it.
It didn't go through.
Yeah, it's meant to be
Croydon.
Croydon.
They got debt galore. Yo, chat to me,
Shout out
Croydon. We need to
Seatown.
fix you up.
Yeah,
We need to fix you up, man. We need to actually pack me up.
they're moving a bit mad. I'm just trying to make it so that screen is the center one.
Yeah.
Is it making our big group screen the main screen? Let us know if it is or if it isn't, please, guys, in the chat, because we can't really tell. We're just experimenting here.
This is the first time we've ever done this.
So I think it's in the middle. Is it the main screen for everyone? Let us know. Is it? Or are we just doing this for fun and giggles? Someone type in chat, please.
I think
No.
It's not showing up on
Wait,
your
wait,
phone
wait.
because it's on your phone.
Is your
Oh, it's not. It's not. Oh man. Okay, it's not. Okay.
what they
We're
can't hear
doing it
us?
for fun and giggles.
I know
No,
why, because
they
the
can see
audio's not
us,
on there, so
but they
the audio's
can't
not
see.
activating the camera to be in the front.
Oh.
When the audio's on, it activates the camera. You get me? So,
Oh, is that what it is?
yeah.
That's sad.
So audio will have to be from there.
What if we turn the host off on these?
I don't know, bro.
Okay, wait. Let's try something. There we go.
All right, we're here.
But the speaker's gonna come out of there.
It's fine. It's fine. We're good.
Now are we set up?
You can see it. You know what, Grizzy?
We must be. Someone type in chat if we sent that. Ah, okay.
Yeah, we did it.
Woo! Okay, cool. So, teach us onto you then, bro.
Yeah, man. So today we're going to talk about ESGs. So probably 21% of people in the UK that are investors don't know or understand what it is. And we're going to break that down today. It's something that is sort of, I would say, like holding back the space as a whole. And it's the main reason why there's not large investors being involved in the space at the moment. And that's environmental, social, and governance. So that's ESG. So the environmental side is things like climate change strategies, their carbon footprint, their water efficiency, energy efficiency, and basically how well they can handle and manage their environmental impact. The social side is for equal opportunities, things like females and males in a work environment, freedom of association and human rights, health and safety, customer and products responsibility, and also child labor. And then the governance side of things is the business ethics, compliance, the board independence, the executive compensations, and also the shareholder democracy. So these are the sort of different things that ESG sort of covers, and things that are not ESG compliant are examples like the alcohol industry, tobacco industry, the gambling industry, the adult industry, weapons industry, fossil fuels, and also nuclear power.
Basically, the things that make big bread.
The things that damage the world, basically.
But also make big bread.
Yeah, also make big bread. Yeah. But what this has been brought in by
Haram. It's basically haram products. And
everything's haram, basically. Yeah.
Okay,
So these are haram. And right now, everything that is going on and being pushed is pushed by BlackRock, right?
Yeah.
This is the mad thing to me, right? Because BlackRock, as you know, as the asset management company they own
the largest asset management company in the world.
Yeah,
with
so
10 trillion of assets under management.
There you go. So they literally have sent out a letter. The chairman and chief executive officer, Larry Fink, sent out a letter as to all of the companies that they have holding in. They sent a letter to all of the CEOs, right? In this letter, it says if you're not ESG compliant, you're done out. Because they have the largest holdings in all of the companies that they hold in, because they got mad bread. So they've got mad power over them and said, if you ain't compliant, it's done. So all of the institutional investors with 100 billion plus into the trillions are not able to move, but want to be in the crypto space, but they're like mad scared because they're not going to be ESG compliant. And that's also the S&P 500 as well. So there's a lot of power over that, and that move in a sense with BlackRock, I think correlates with the World Economic Forum as well. And the mad thing with the World Economic Forum is that they have released out this video talking about some type of cyber pandemic or whatever, and it's like set to be some type of virus that is in the whole of the internet that will basically like mean that they have to lock off the grid and shut down the grid for over 24 hours to like get rid of it or something like that. So they're basically saying there's going to be like some type of cyber pandemic power cut situation,
like a reset.
Yeah, like a reset. But I think that the way this ties into cryptocurrency as well is that all these large companies, they can't put Bitcoin on their balance sheet because Bitcoin isn't ESG compliant. So there's complications, right? But as we read in the Masari paper, right? There's the dryers and the washing machines and things like that are costing more electricity than Bitcoin mining.
But you're allowed to have a laundrette. You're allowed to have, like, an actual physical bank uses up more energy than buying Bitcoin. But people are not buying Bitcoin or using Bitcoin because they're like, oh, it's not energy compliant. Yeah, but what about all the energy that a bank uses? Like, no one's trying to compare that. And it's like, oh, come on, guys. Like,
I think all of this is just about like scaremongering people with Bitcoin. That's what it is.
It's a power move, right? And I think that the whole thing is an attack on Bitcoin for them to scoop it all up, have the power of it, and then issue it. So that's the whole move, I think. But
we got a comment. Is someone got a comment?
Okay, cool. But yeah, it's a crazy play, and the power that they have over everything is they're like strangling everyone that has bread, and they're just like, yo, you lot can't move, can't do nothing without that. So there's companies with exposure, but their exposure is like 1% to like 3%. I know like Larry, right? He's gone up to about 7% in his holdings. So there's like
Kevin O'Leary.
Yeah, there you go. He's
Shark Tank.
Yeah. He's gone up to 7% in his holdings. So he's like pushing through, but you have to be very like wise with which cryptos you choose as well. So I think that this is a large thing that's going to come in with the carbon credits and everything like that. Like these companies that come through that are ESG compliant are going to be able to have large investment. So that's something that I think is very vital in the space right now to look at, because BlackRock, let's face it, they are the elites of the world. They control the whole monopoly of everything.
Or here's
all industries. Go on.
Blockchains that are not proof of work. If they're proof of stake, like what Ethereum 2.0 is going to be, if it's proof of stake, like Cardano is.
Yeah.
If it's proof of stake, like what else is proof of stake?
Yeah, there's a lot of
Better
different,
things,
yeah, you're
proof
right.
of stake.
But
Ripple Ledger is proof of stake.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the things that actually have utility tend to be proof of stake.
Yeah, but it's all about how much their ESG score is. So there's a company called MSCI, right, which actually give ratings on the ESG, right? So
MSCI.
yeah.
So they're a company that rate.
Yeah, so they issue out ESG ratings, right?
Oh,
but this
wow.
ESG rating is also on a like business level where they can give your business an ESG score, but it's also on a personal level where they can give you a personal ESG score.
What, as an individual, like
yes,
me?
as an individual, yeah. So there's two different types of ESG scores as well. So they could clap it on a person and be like, you're not that environmentally friendly because of just the social issues with your team and the company that you have isn't diverse.
So if your team has bare alcoholics,
done out.
So what if your team takes bare drugs and gambles?
Then you're gonna have a shit.
Isn't that most of Wall Street?
Most of them, yeah. But the ESG score is something that's gonna have you bottlenecked and just stuck up. You can't do nothing. You're broke up.
Okay,
you ain't got no choices.
On the ESG score,
yeah.
What about? I'm really intrigued because clearly one of the biggest things that damages the environment, as we all know, as we should all know, is actually not cars.
Yeah.
It's actually methane from cows.
Yeah.
Like, I know about this.
Like it's actually my friend who's actually one of my closest friends. Shout out Simon, who I'm the best man for his wedding. He's an environmental scientist and lecturer at Manchester University. He's a PhD in this stuff. Doctor in it.
Yeah.
He said the way he explained it to me is China and America could stop using cars and fossil fuels, but it wouldn't actually make an impact.
Yeah.
Whereas if you got rid of if you just lowered meat consumption by half, and then half the cows that we've got.
This is literally what the health conspiracy.
Yeah.
All of that. Like, so the biggest contributor to pollution in the world is meat production.
Yeah.
And it's not and it's because of the chain reaction. So like it's the chain of the energy loss. So in order for us to eat one chicken, the chicken must be first born and then bred. Is the amount of food that chicken eats in its lifetime, and then for the chicken to be slaughtered and then turned into meat and then the transportation.
And then transported.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, for a cow, the amount of food and grain that you have to feed a cow just to get a steak or to get a few slabs of steak.
And the amount of water.
And that's how many years you do that for. It's so inefficient. It's actually really dumb when you think about it. And then what makes it worse is the amount of food wastage, meat wastage we throw away. Like it just goes in the bin. Yeah. So it's just like, it's actually so dumb and inefficient. But yeah, that should mean that McDonald's should have a super high ESG score.
Yeah.
Look how much food you have.
Yeah, you got to feed a cow way more than you got to feed a human every day. Like a cow eats the equivalent of like 4 humans amount of food every day.
Yeah.
So, and that's for however many years a cow lives. So it's just so dumb and inefficient, but they just don't seem to be coming at the food companies with ESG stuff, lobbying, and I don't know why.
Yeah. And what's funny as well, a lot of people in the SEC, like the SEC commissioner and a lot of different other people, like more in the media space.
Oh, someone's at the door.
Cool.
Not this way. Oh, someone's coming. Sorry, guys, someone's at the door.
But
Mind it. We got it. So
You can say hello to the live stream if you want, bro.
Rick Frost.
Do you wanna come say? You say come hello to the live stream.
Hi guys.
Come on, step in.
Tell them quickly who
Hello,
you are
everyone.
and where we are. This is the reason why we're here. This man. Come
this
on,
man, his
My name's Oscar. Sorry. Hi guys, my name's Oscar. I'm one of the founders of the DLT Lounge here in London Docklands. We made a lot of good money over 2 years of trading and wanted to do some good, so we opened up a Web3 collaborative workspace for like-minded innovators, and we found some. So waiting to see what magic happens here. And now we've got a famous film producer turning up who's going to work with us as well.
Thanks, Russ. What's good? Yeah, good. Good. We're just in the middle of a live. Do you want to say hello to our fan base?
What's really good, people? Wharf in the building, DLT Lounge, you know what it is.
Boom, boom, boom. So we might as well announce it now, innit? That we're about to start doing live audiences for the game on Monday.
Yeah.
Open to the public, DLT Lounge, Canary.
It's going down.
So we're gonna start doing it so that it's gonna be a ticketed event. We'll probably do once a month to start, or weekly for free, and then we'll probably do like a super one monthly, where it'll be a madness, a mad
Buy
thing,
tickets for that.
mad thing, pure
But
game.
I'm cool with live every week.
Yeah, well-
live and free most weeks.
Yeah, we'll do live and free audience every week, and then I think once a month we'll do a paid event where we'll give out free crypto and free NFTs.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
That's a good shout.
Like I like it when we give out more value than we take in it. So like it'll be a case of like ticket will be like £5, £10, but we'll give out like £20 worth of crypto.
I mean, that is the basic blockchain sensei business model. We want to give out. Yeah, 10x is literally 10x plus value before we receive.
Yeah.
So we got to give out £10,000 worth of value before we receive 1K.
But it's worth it though.
You up. Wait, this is the perfect time to say it. If you've made money through Blockchain Sensei, type game in chat. Chat should be going crazy right now. Should be going crazy.
Yeah.
Chat should be like gang. But yeah, carry on, Keish.
Yeah, but like another thing that's linked into these is the largest accounting companies in the world, like KPMG, EY, PwC, and Deloitte, yeah. Obviously, man, pronunciation thing. But yeah, and sustainable development.
Wait, sorry. What's Deloitte got to do with ESG?
So they're all of these accounting companies are linked into issuance of ESG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Deloitte.
All of them.
All of the biggest.
KPMG, Deloitte, PwC. Is it Procter & Gamble? No. Who's the other one? EYI.
So these companies, including but not limited to Deloitte, issue the ESG.
Yeah.
How have these accounting companies got anything to do with issuing an ESG?
Probably because they're invested in by BlackRock.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. BlackRock
It's a big circle.
So what we're saying is this whole ESG is a self-serving interest and not really serving the
But
interest.
ever since the letter got sent out, it disrupted the whole industry and changed the way that the whole industry started, the direction that they were moving.
Everything.
They're moving in the opposite direction, and now they're like, everyone has to do that.
There is
no
now
choice.
whole funds that you can invest in, ESG compliant funds that you can invest in, and a lot of retail investors invest in companies based on ESG and this idea that they're helping the environment.
There you go.
When you actually deep it and look at it, it's not really, you know.
Okay.
So that's really what went behind the thing, but it's crazy, and it's like when you got the power, man, you could just set out the rules,
Make up new rules.
this shit out, tell everyone, you man, if you don't do this, you're done out. By the way, if I leave your company, you know you're just gonna be written off.
Well, this literally just ties in with like the food thing, because it was literally a push. I can't remember what year, in the 19 whatever, to push dairy as part of a stable diet. But we know now dairy serves zero nutritional value.
Yeah.
It's just because they need to monetize on the cow whilst it's
Yeah,
alive.
exactly.
So they're pushing like cheese as well.
Yeah.
Cheese
Pure pasta. and
pure madness.
Man.
But that makes sense. That similarly they would just push it.
So this is why the sustainability side of cryptocurrency is so big, isn't it? And such a big thing, because the large investors are scared to even touch crypto because of the compliance side of things. But they really are interested in investing in crypto, and they've known about it for years. But it's just this thing here holding up the funds.
So I'm going to mention a couple of ESG compliant cryptos. We've got Arweave. We've got Tezos. They've got their partnership with Manchester United.
It's okay. Keish, come on.
That's right. We'll rub them on the back.
What was that? What was that sad news again?
Man City are signing
Man City are signing Haaland. We're very sad.
Football's done.
He's even got the Man
I
City
don't know
glasses.
anything about football, but I'm really
We should all be it's a sad day in football. It's a real sad day when
Deco knows what's going on.
and if they get Pogba as well. Anyway, let's just move on to more joyful things because like you can tell me about all these madness things happening in the world, but when my club's getting destroyed,
But have you guys seen that EWF video though?
the World Economic Forum?
Yeah, because it's just funny how coincidentally the CEO of the World Economic Forum wrote a book called COVID-19 1 year before COVID came out.
Oh,
Coincidentally, and
oh wow.
you know, so it's kind of coincidental that there's this video that's come out and it's posted
You know
by
what
them
would be
on their
really
blog.
good if you could see people in the World Economic Forum's investment portfolios prior to COVID. That should be made public.
That would never be made public though.
That would be I think,
How much would it be if they had like hella Pfizer shares?
oh bro.
Bro,
We've
that
got to
would be
have a
crazy.
look at that,
Hella-
man.
I think
medical shares.
in America you can see what politicians are investing in, but in the UK you can't. And I think it'd be great to see what Boris is doing. I'd love to see that. I would love to see.
You know
Boris
what?
support
I think it would self-explode. I mean, we don't know, but I'm going to predict that these politicians do not invest in UK stocks.
Imagine.
And then what would happen is, okay, in America, it's in their favor to be public. So then the public invest in the stocks that they're invested in, right? Because I'm assuming Republican Democrats are all invested in tech, right? But in the UK, it wouldn't be a good thing because the politicians themselves are not investing back in the economy. I'm assuming. If you look at the FTSE 100.
That would be nasty.
Yeah.
Do we think that Boris and Rishi's financial advisor or them themselves are investing in an index that has produced minuses for the last 5 years?
No.
They ain't on minus. They got cash flow, bro.
Yeah, I don't think they're investing in the FTSE. Right, anyway, let's go on to the next part of the game, the final part of the game before we go to Q&A, which is notes from the Berkshire Hathway annual shareholders meeting. So if you don't know, Berkshire Hathway is the investment company owned by Warren Buffett, the GOAT of investing, the greatest investor of all time. Once a year, he does a 6-hour seminar talking about all of his investments for the year, why he's
Warren
done everything.
Buffett
And man like Charlie Munger.
Munger.
Charlie. Yo, Charlie is jokes. Charlie's got bare bars. Like highly recommended. Like, yes, it's 6 hours, but I'd say just like have it on whilst you're like in the kitchen or whatever. And
People watch 6 hours of Love Island.
Yeah, like just get through it. Just treat it as like a little 20-minute thing that you watch 20 minutes of it one day, 20 minutes of it another day, and just get through it by the end of the year. Because even at the end of the year, the notes are still relevant and valuable and powerful. And you just gotta think, like, how much would you pay for a one-on-one lesson with the richest man in the world and the greatest investor of all time? You pay, if he said to you, look, I'll give you 6 hours of my time for £1 million, you probably find that £1 million, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, he's giving it away for free and nobody cares.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, I don't understand why financially I'm not moving forward. Well, it's there.
You're not listening to billionaires.
Yeah, so it's what it is. So let's go over these notes. So the key thing to note is that Berkshire in the last quarter was sitting on 150 billion in cash.
Yeah.
150 billion. That's bigger than the market cap of quite a few companies. In fact, I want to actually just look at how much that is in comparison to like a few companies.
I mean,
Let's
that's
just
like
look
10%
at
of the
crypto market.
Yeah. So in cash, he had, let's look at the market cap. He had more cash than the whole of Tether and USDC combined. That's
Triple BNB.
you're you have to wait. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry.
So imagine he had more cash than there is major stable coins to get out of crypto. That's one man's company. That's crazy.
More cash than the entire stablecoin market.
He had more cash than the whole of BNB and XRP and Solana and Cardano combined.
Lazy.
That's actually mad. Right, let's do it with companies so we can get context of with companies. Where is it? Where is it? No, it's not a name. It's on here. Differences, global charts, recently added spotlight. Fiat company rankings. Here we go. Okay, so top companies. So 115 billion.
Are you sure this right now?
No. So 150 billion. Oh, it's pretty low down the rankings. Well, we say this, but then let's look at what these names. So 140 is AT&T, Citigroup, AMD, Honeywell.
AMD has 150 billion invested.
140 market cap. Morgan Stanley, more than HSBC Holdings, more than Wells Fargo, more than Lockheed Martin. That's more than Diageo that make all the alcohol, like most of the alcohol. More than Goldman Sachs. That's their market cap, but not the assets on that. More than Target and more than Sony. He has more cash than the whole of Sony. Yeah. So that was the that's the first bit of notes. So what ended up happening is of that cash in this dip right now, what do we think he did with that cash? Do we think Warren Buffett bought during the dip or sold during the dip?
I think he sold before.
Type in chat if you think he sold or if he bought. Type in chat, guys.
He doesn't sell.
He definitely sells.
He sells sometimes. Go on, type in chat, guys. Did Warren Buffett sell or buy? That's someone else. Oh, it's a big session today. Well, the answer is he bought 40 billion worth of assets. So during this crazy dip, one of those things that he's got a contingency buy for is actually Activision. Who's Activision about to get bought by? Microsoft. Microsoft, Activision, and who's also partnered up with Microsoft?
Engine coin.
Engine coin. Oh, look at that. Stay on that note. So what Warren Buffett said, he said the key is sitting and waiting and just not actually taking action for a while when the markets are going up and down, and then taking all out massive action when needed. So he actually bought some Berkshire stock because he thought Berkshire was too cheap, which is quite interesting.
He bought his own stock.
Yeah. So Charlie was absolutely gunning for Robinhood because he said that it gamifies the whole system and makes people buy things without understanding what they're investing in and thinking that it's just a game. When actually, when you're investing, you're buying into companies. You have to understand it's a company that I'm buying. So treat it like buying a friend's business, like we always say. So he actually gave an amazing methodology, which we kind of say anyway, but I'm going to repeat it now anyway, which is every investment, you have to ask yourself, would you be happy to hold it for the next 5 years if you couldn't get out of it? Now, all of my stocks, I'd be happy to do that. Full disclaimer, like my Coinbase stock, am I happy to hold that for the next 5 years, regardless of how much it goes down? Hell yeah. Apple, am I willing to hold that for the next 5 years? Yeah. Microsoft, Nvidia? Yeah. Like they're going nowhere.
Yeah.
Like they're essential. So that you need to also apply that methodology to your crypto life. Because I think if you apply that methodology to your crypto, you'd be looking at your cryptos a little bit different. You'd be going, oh, would I be willing to hold this if I was locked into it in a staking pool for 5 years? That's a real way of testing if you believe in your assets. Put them in locked staking pools for 5 years. If you're willing to do that, you actually back it. You're actually about it. But the only way you'd back it and you'd be about it is if you researched it and read about it. So, an amazing note. Someone asked him a question about how to beat inflation. So in the UK, inflation is like almost 10%. Nobody.
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Somebody.
Yes. Tell me when it's good to speak. I want to ask a question.
Yeah, fire away.
Okay, great. Thank you. I'm coming from the BVI right now and the first time, but this is a bit of a delayed question.
Yeah.
Earlier when I joined, you were speaking about, first of all, good afternoon. You were speaking about NFT. And presently I have a consultancy where I educate people about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. And for me, I struggle a bit with NFTs because I'm not quite sure how they translate to my real life here in the BVI. You may not know a lot about the BVI, but do you have any idea how I can perhaps learn more about NFTs and the way that I can apply them to our everyday life here in the Virgin Islands? And also, with me understanding it more in depthly, I can then help my clients to consider embracing it more within their business and personal lives. I mean, I'm not too sure how much you know about the Caribbean and the BVI and what we have, but off the top of your head, can you give any sort of insights on that?
Yeah, of course. That's a great question. Let me just turn that down. So yeah, that's a great question. So what I would say, first of all, is regardless of what happens, what I say to you next is I'm going to send you, if you drop us an email at hello@blockchainsensei.com. Well, number one, I'm happy to book you in for a free session where we will break down NFTs and technology and what it can do for you, your business, and ordinary people, because that's what we do as a business. Happy to do that, give you a 1 hour session for free. Then the next step that I would advise you to take is I will also send you over some papers to read about NFTs and their applications, like the Visa NFT paper. And then what I will also do is we've got a free NFT intro to NFT. Oh, it's not actually free, is it? The intro to NFT.
No, we have a free intro to NFT ebook. We
got
paid ones and we got free ones.
Either way, I'm going to send you this ebook, even if it costs something or if it doesn't. So if you just drop us an email at hello@blockchainsensei.com, if somebody types that in the chat so she can grab that and then send an email across, we'll get that over to you. Does that help?
Yes, that's great. Can you hear me?
Perfect. So yeah. just as a gist, quick answer to your question, the best way to think of an NFT is a digital contract. So it's just a digital proof of something happening. So one of the big areas where there's going to be massive utility for NFTs is in land registry, in property, and let's say, for example, maybe identity, and in this education system. So it's going to be able to allow people to prove that things come from them or happened on a certain date, because they're going to have their wallet, which only they can log into, and they're going to have the NFT there to prove that it belongs to them or that they created something, that something actually came from them. That's the best way of explaining it. But yeah, once you book in the session, we can go into it in a bit more detail. I hope that helps.
Also, just to throw in, we do a free webinar every Friday, same time at 8 p.m. UK time, and that's just NFTs.
If you don't want to wait, we actually have an NFT masterclass on our Gumroad. Let me just get the link for that, and I'll post it in the chat now. Oh yeah, and there's a YouTube video that we've got. If you go on the Blockchain Sensei YouTube, there's a there's a whole NFT Friday playlist.
There's about 15 to 18 hours of content for free right now on YouTube. Starting with NFT for absolute beginners.
Yeah, so there's absolute tons of stuff and information that we put out there. You just gotta go on our YouTube and I'm sure you'll find it.
Okay. Sounds great. Thank you.
But look forward to speaking to you soon.
Yeah, sure. I was actually looking to see if I can see the chat, but I can't see the chat as yet because I'm using my mobile.
Okay.
I love the glasses and hair, by the way.
Thank you.
Yo, Arisha, are you here? Is Arisha here?
Yeah.
I am.
Yo, come on, Cam.
Oh, don't do this to me.
Come on, Cam.
Why are you doing this to me?
He always does this, Arisha.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's put my children to sleep. Are we twinning? Hold on.
Stop it.
Twins. Oh wait, how do I go back to Arisha? Twins. Crazy.
Yes, I have a kindred spirit, huh? In the same hairstyle.
Yeah, quick question: How did you find us?
I'm not quite sure right now if the person that invited me wants that disclosed. So I'm
Sorry, Frost, right?
Okay.
Sorry, is he right?
Alrighty.
Was it Sasori?
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. All good. Yeah. Sasori.
Oh, good. There we go. So I got a thumbs up. Yes, he lives here in the VVI with me, and he knows about what I do, and we connected the other day, and here I am right now with you guys.
Perfect. Yeah, man.
Shouts to the British Virgin Islands.
We're happy to work with you 100%. So yeah, let's get something happening. Yeah, I'm going to quickly go back to Warren Buffett's statement about how to beat inflation. It's quite a weird answer, actually. He says, to beat inflation, all you have to do is become the best in your field. It's actually that simple.
No, I'm gonna expand upon that as well. I always share this perspective. I'm never scared about inflation because I'm overtly confident that my income is going to outperform my income and my investments outperform inflation. Yeah, because what are you going to do? Protest against inflation? It's not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything.
So to beat inflation, I would say work on yourself, because if you work on yourself, you have more value to bring to the marketplace. If you bring more value to the marketplace, you're going to receive more income. And then if you work on yourself, you're now in more of a position where you can bring value to others and receive more income. Like, it's much easier to create a side hustle for yourself and make yourself, just bear this in mind, I always say this, an extra £100 a week is an extra £5,200 a year. You are not, it's very unlikely for most people that you're going to get an extra £5,200 from your employer. It's very, very unlikely. If you're on 50K a year, that's a 10% pay rise. It's probably not going to happen. But working on yourself, developing a side hustle, and making an extra $5,000 from £100 a week, like even if you cut, I don't know, grass. Even if you walk dogs, like one of my favorite studies one of my favorite case studies ever from when I was working in schools helping young kids is I taught this kid was after a dog walk after a business. So I said to him, "What do you love?" He said, "I like dogs." I was like, "All right, cool. Do you walk your dog?" He was like, "Yeah." "Do any of your neighbors or family have dogs?" "Yeah." "Okay." So do you know what he did? Every time he's walking his dog, he knocked on the neighbors, said, "Do you want me to walk your dog?" They paid him £10 to walk the dog for an hour. He walked 5 dogs at the same time. That's £50 an hour. He did that twice a week. That's £100 extra a week. This kid is 14. So that, like, you just got to find what you love, find a way of bringing value to other people, and you'll make money. It's just what it is. So on to the the big question about Buffett. And this is Buffett's statement that he made about Bitcoin. So he made a statement along the lines of, if you offered me all the real estate in America.
No, he didn't say all, he said 1%.
Yeah, if
He
you
said
offered,
like 1% of the farmland.
yeah, if you offered me 1% of all the farmland in America, I would pay you for it. If you offered me all of the
25 billion.
Yeah, 25 billion or something like that. If you offered me 1% of all the real estate, I'd pay for it. If you offered me 100% of all the Bitcoin, or like 50% of it, you wouldn't pay $25 for it. Now, the reason for this is because he said that Bitcoin is a non-productive asset. Now, I completely agree with this, and this is why I personally am more of a fan of Ethereum, and more of a fan of Binance, and more of a fan of most definitely Polkadot and things like Flow than I am of Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is a consensus. Bitcoin is like fiat, it's the same thing. It's agreed value of a group of people. It doesn't, as of yet, generate and create its own income.
So Bitcoin doesn't have any utility.
Not really.
It's a store
Store of value. But it's a decided store of value, not by the people, but by the elites.
So if there was like, okay, cool, this is what we're gonna do, Bitcoin, like they could just say that.
Yeah, like if the elites decide, you know what, I don't really think this is a store of value anymore. Boom.
Gone.
Gone. Because it's not generating any income. So that for me is a big risk factor in Bitcoin that I've always considered. Whereas I think the problem is with, and I think it's intentional from Buffett, is I think he's clearly invested in other projects. In fact, he's actually invested in a project in, I think it's in Australia, that allows people to pay with crypto and converts it to into fiat. He also is invested in Wells Fargo, and they're invested in Bitcoin. And he's also invested
in soft exposure, basically.
Yeah, he's got indirect exposure to Bitcoin. But
it's kind of like the whole Tesla situation, isn't it?
Yeah. He just can't directly say, yeah, I'm holding Bitcoin, because it would take more people to invest in Bitcoin and will stop investing in things that he's invested in. So it's not in his best interest to start shilling Bitcoin and be like, oh yeah, it's great, it's amazing. So yeah, I know I think he's capping to think that he hasn't got $1,000 of Bitcoin or a couple of grand of Bitcoin on a hard wallet.
Yeah,
he definitely has, because even if he doesn't, someone's probably giving it him. Buffett is the kind of person where someone will gift him £1 million of Bitcoin just randomly and be like, there it goes for you. So I just think, yeah, it's a bit of a cap, but at the same time, I think it's something we should definitely consider with your investment portfolio is, are you investing in things that actually create an income? The basics of, this is why we teach people to invest in stocks first, then crypto, because it creates that mentality of looking for things that generate income and have a utility. Like the basics of looking at a stock is it increasing in revenue? Is it increasing in net income? So the same thing should apply when it comes to the crypto. Is it increasing in users? Is it increasing in utility? If it's not, what's it doing?
Research and development.
Exactly. Whereas a lot of meme coins, we already know. But yeah, that's my note. That's everything on that. So yeah, let's go to a quick Q&A, because I'm on 4% and we were going to leave here quite soon. So let me just go to participants. Let's go. We've got some new people in here. Let's go to, before they shoot off, Mr. or Mrs. Muddy Toes.
Oh, Simon Muddy Toes. That's the guy with the long hair. He was here. We met him here.
Oh, 666.
My Simon here.
What up, Mr. Muddy Toes?
What?
You've been asked to unmute. Oh. No, nothing from Mr. Muddy Toes. Not unmuting. Let's see some of the questions in the chat. Oh, nothing from Mr. Muddy Toes. Okay, cool. Let's go to Irisha. Irisha, you've been unmuted.
Irisha, who dreams about crypto. tweet myself.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi. How you doing?
Good.
I'm good, you know, but I really don't have much to say because I kind of fell off with all the crypto for a little bit. And I'm just like bringing myself back to everything that's been going on. But I'm liking this setup that you have today.
Thank you.
I like
you very
seeing you
much.
guys together. You kind of like bounce off each other and it's good energy. I like it.
Thank you. We're going to try and do it so that we've got like a big screen behind us and one in front of us so that we don't have to look down like this at what's going on the iPad. So we'll just give it that extra bit of professional.
30 days, guys. We just did the
Yeah, no, I like
Arisha,
it.
Arisha, you can literally come here Monday next week.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is that
it's
an
like a
invite?
live
Is that an
audience every
invite?
Monday.
Canary Wharf, people welcome.
Okay.
We got an office now.
Try to see if I can make that happen.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you can meet Janae as well.
We'll put it out there.
Oh yeah, no, because we definitely need to meet.
Definitely. Thank you very much. So let's next go to man like Neil. What is it, Neil? I know you went to the Coin Bureau link up.
Jealous? How are we not there?
Oh,
No,
no,
you
Neil.
ain't got the spill.
Neil.
Man.
Let's go. Man like Ollie.
What up, Ollie?
Yo, what's good, guys?
What's good, King? What you saying? Any value
Yeah,
you took
good,
from
man.
today's episode? Any questions?
No, great. I've kind of been dipping in and out really of it. I'm doing a bit of work here as well, but no, it's good to hear. I echo it. It's good to see you guys all in it. I'll definitely be there.
Come on, man.
Nice.
Should
Thank
have
you.
some good news by the end of the week as well.
Oh, love that. All right, cool. We're waiting. All right, cool. Let's next go to Summer.
Our legal Katana.
What up, Katana?
What's up, guys? I'm loving this new setup.
I love that. I
love this. Seeing you guys together, like as Arisha said, the energy is really good. And I just feel like seeing your growth over the last couple months and having now you guys finding this safe space, like, is such an incredible thing. So you guys have been smashing it. Well done. Like, it's insane to see you guys come up.
Thank you. We also have some plans for the 1-year birthday in the pipeline.
Oh, there's a little something. You're
Little
right.
something, cunt.
You're right, man.
I hope you're good at golf. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hope you got energy.
Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, thank you for the love.
It's all good.
And thank you for contributing to our growth over the past year.
Integral.
Yeah, I'm happy to help you guys, and I'm glad that whatever legal skills that I've gained over the last couple of years have been helpful to you guys. So I'm glad.
Thank you very much. Let's go next up to man like Sasori. Yo, big shout out to Sasori for inviting someone onto the show. We really appreciate that. For connecting someone into the Blockchain Sensei family network. Really appreciate that, bro.
Thank you. No problem. Every time. Yeah, so regarding questions, nothing popping in, formulating entirely in my head at the moment. But yeah, like everyone says, just to echo, loving the growth. You guys are trying to make me fly back up there, missing London, missing the city.
Oh, you will.
You guys got some good scene.
Come through.
Yeah, but I'm gonna definitely keep spreading word down here to people who are definitely interested. I'm definitely trying to evolve and grow. But yeah, if anything else pops up while we're on the live, I'll just type it in. If it comes before, yeah.
Public shout out to Sasori Frost. He runs a company called Frost M Digital. That's correct, right?
Yeah, Frost Media Digital. Yeah.
Frost Media Digital. Sasori interviewed me during lockdown, and also Kad from a rap group, which is how we know him. I watch Sasori stories a lot, and I swear to God, Blockchain Sensei is on there like every day.
Wow.
Like this guy was sharing us daily for like 6 months, and he's one of the people that don't even Like, I prefer when people share our content and tag us, just so we know. But this
Yo,
guy
so
doesn't
sorry,
do that.
I got a present for you. I'm gonna send you a copy of my Citibank Metaverse report notes, which we've listed as an NFT. I'm gonna send it to you.
Ooh, I saw that in chat. Okay.
I'm gonna send it you for free, bro. Just for love,
For the support.
For support. Thank you. But yeah, last but not least, man, like, wow.
Hello.
Yeah, what's good, King?
I'm good. Yeah. Obviously, everyone already said they like the setup and everything. I like setup as well, man. Well done, guys.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I did want to ask you guys though. So because you guys put me onto Earn Your Leisure, I've been watching the videos. I've been watching Market Mondays and everything like that. I've been going backwards as well, trying to just understand what they've been talking about. But do you think there's anyone else we should really pay attention to when it comes to people like Ian Dunlop, Wall Street Trapper,
The
everyone else
come-up
like that?
series, Mark Monroe, is not for everybody because they go a lot more detailed. So imagine us, but madly detailed.
Yeah, I got one like that as well. Michael Hearn.
Yeah.
Recently got put on too. So shout out to Mara, love for that.
Yeah. Those are the two I would say. And then if you want it on the technical side, Blockchain Backer.
For sure.
And then for stocks, the stocks channel.
Crypto whiteboard.
Can you guys send all of these in the WhatsApp group, because I'm not gonna get all these. I got Blockchain Backer and
you can watch it back on YouTube.
You can watch it back on YouTube.
Cool.
So it's there.
Yeah, that's
also
my question
anyone
anyway,
that's
thanks.
left in the room, please go like, share, comment on the YouTube. Just any kind of comment, like a thumbs up, anything like that, helps us out a lot. So please do that. That's it for today's episode then.
Love, guys. Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you.
Janae's first time on cam.
I know. This
Properly.
is horrible.
What's up, guys? Bye. Yo, big man things, you know.
Every Monday.
Studio and that, you know.
8 p.m. to 9:30. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. I don't care.
Doesn't care.
Bro, hang up the thing, man.
This guy.